Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Nacho Pile. Nacho Pile is a game published by Pandasaurus Games, designed by Ken Gruel, plays 2 to 6 players in about 20 minutes. Now, in this video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're only going to talk about our thoughts of the game. Well, my thoughts of the game. I don't know who the we is, the collective we, I guess. And in a separate video in the description, we're going to show you how the game works. Because I'm going to try to make these videos not super long, even if they're already short. I don't want to belabor the point. If you only want to watch the overview, go do that. If you want to watch my thoughts, check that out. I want you to have it your way. So that's what we're going to do. So what you're doing in Nacho Pile is you are trying to eat the best plate of nachos. And the way you're going to be doing that is by pulling chips out of this bag to try to get as many of each of the numbers as you can. Because once there's one chip in the bag, the game will end. Everyone will put the nachos on their plate. You pull that chip out. Whoever has the most of that chip is the winner. If it's a special chip, which I'll show you in a little bit, then whoever has the most chips total is the winner. Okay, so that's what the game is. You can check out the video of how the game works in the description. So let's just talk about the components. All right, so the components here are kind of a mixed bag, but I love this bag. This bag is really cool. It holds all the nacho pieces and the plates. The plates are the part that I don't necessarily love. They're just this white cardboard piece. As cool as the other bits I'm going to show you are, these are pretty lackluster. So don't love these. But these nacho tiles definitely make up for it. I mean, these are fantastic. Hard plastic. Got the numbers that are easy to read here. Super simple to understand. But fantastic. They clank around in the bag. They sound great when you slam them down on top of each other. Love all that. Just fantastic tile. And along with the regular numbers, there's also 4 special tiles. There's a remove tile, which I didn't show you in the overview, but this will let you remove a pile of chips in front of another player, not on their plate, and put it back in the bag. So that can really hose somebody. There's steal. You can steal all of a certain number that are out in front of people. They become yours. So that's really cool. And then score, you instantly take all of a certain number and put them on your plate. That's fantastic as well. And the wild can be any number. So when you're pulling out of a bag, you see somebody has a bunch of 4s, you haven't pulled a 4, you make the wild a 4, steal their 4s. Fantastic. The components, the chips are the best part. Chips in the bag are the best part. The rule book is fine. It's a simple little pamphlet style rule book. Pretty small. It could be bigger, but again, there's only like 2 rules to the game, so it's nothing like it needs to be that much bigger, so it does its job. Now, you saw the gameplay if you watched the other video. This is a push your luck game. And what that means is, you know, you're trying to pull stuff out of the bag to score points, but if you pull too much of a certain thing or a certain number, you're going to bust and you lose all your progress for that round. Now, as far as push your luck games go, this one is not one of my favorites. The push your luck is kind of takes a back seat almost. Like when I'm looking around at the table, say you have 4 4s in front of you. I'm just going to draw a chip and to try to get numbers that people have in front of them. So if there's a 4 and a 3 and a 2, once I get one of those, I'm just going to stop. There's no incentive for me to push my luck because all I'm going to do is make any possibility of me scoring chips go back into the bag because now I busted. I can't steal anybody else's chips. I'm not going to score any points when it comes back to me because I busted. So usually when they're in a push your luck game, when there's a benefit or it will like behoove you to keep pushing your luck to try to get a better score, try to do this. But in this game, I don't feel like it's not a benefit. It's more of a benefit to just pull out some chips that you can get, because at least then possibly when it comes back around to you, you may be able to score something. Maybe. And not guaranteed, because again, people can steal them from you, but it's a possibility. If you bust, there's no possibility at all. And unlike some of the other games where you bust, like Quartz or, you know, some of I can't even think now. There's some incentive, there's some like consolation prize that you get for busting. And this one, you're just out of luck. you're not getting anything. So, yeah, I don't necessarily think this is a push your luck game. To me, it just feels like a set collection game, and lucky pulls out of a bag. So that's that. So as far as the gameplay goes, let's just talk about that in the final thoughts. My final thoughts on the game, I kind of spoiled it a little bit when we were talking about the components and the push your luck. We kind of bled push your luck into that a little bit. But it's an okay game. It's fine. I like playing it with my youngest daughter because it's just silly, stupid fun. We just pull some chips out of the bag, and whoever has the most of every number, of the whatever number comes out, is the winner. In a 2-player game, you're getting a pile of chips. But I played a 6-player game, and I had maybe, 7 chips on my plate. And it's harder to win at the end because you never know what's going to come out. The distribution is spread around more, I don't even know evenly, but more crazy through all the different plates, and it's harder to have what you need to win at the end. But in a 2-player game, you basically have a 50% chance that you're going to win, which I kind of like. I get a bunch of chips, and it's all about just collecting chips, and I like that. So a 2-player game, maybe even a 3-player game, I haven't played that, but lower player counts is probably going to be where I want to play this if I ever play it again, because I feel like I'd get more chips, and that's the point of the game. But that being said, I'm probably not going to want to play this game a ton. It's fine. If someone wants to play it, I'll play it, but I'm not going to be bringing it out. I'm not going to take it off the shelf. Probably in a month or two, it may be something that I forget about, other than the fact that these chips are banging and cool. But outside of that, I'd rather play Bag of Chips. I'd rather play Push, Quacks of Quedlinburg, Quartz, any of these other push your luck games that we have, just because I feel like it gives me more game, more tension, and more of that push your luck feeling that I like compared to this one. This one feels like a set collection game, and then at the very end, a lucky pull. And I don't necessarily love that. Like, it almost feels like anything I did up to that point is irrelevant. If I just happen to have the right number on my plate at the end, I win. Kind of like Killer Bunnies. If you ever heard of that game, that's a similar kind of deal. Golden Ticket does that same thing, but Golden Ticket has a lot of good game up to that point. So I like the way that does it. This one, the game leading up to that point, kind of lets me down. So that's all I want to say about it. I'd probably rate it maybe a 5 or a 6, 5.5 or a 6. It's definitely not getting a BGM accepted seal, and it's a game. It's fine. So that is Nacho Pile from Pandasaurus Games. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.